Given the overwhelming amount of content on social media, warning of the dangers of alcohol and proclaiming that quitting alcohol changed my life, you might well be wondering if you should quit drinking forever too. Personally, I am not going to. And if, like me, you enjoy an IPA on a weekend and a whiskey once in a while, I don't think that you need to either. Keep watching if you want all the details. My name is Matt Lazenby. I'm the head coach here at Built for Life. We work exclusively with men over 50 who want to get in shape. Physically, mentally, and emotionally, make the rest of their years the best of their years. I was 14 when I went to the pub for the first time. And ironically, it was with my first training partner, Bob Morley, the man who lent me the copy of Arnold Schwarzenegger's Education of a Bodybuilder that had such a profound impact on my life. Now, I mention this because back then the position on alcohol was really straightforward. It wasn't good for you in excess, but drinking socially was considered perfectly acceptable. And a lot of people genuinely appreciated the sensory experience offered by a fine wine or a single malt. For a while, a glass of red wine was even considered healthy. So how on earth did we end up here? I did some research, and it looks to me as though there were three main events. Firstly, in 1988, alcoholic beverages were classified as a Group 1 carcinogen by the International Agency for Research on Cancer. I was amazed when I found this out because I had no idea it was so long ago. And then in the mid-1990s, the data supporting red wine being healthy was found to be flawed. It turned out it wasn't healthy after all, which is not really surprising given that at this point, alcohol had been classified as a carcinogen for a number of years. And then finally in 2023, the World Health Organization stated, no level of alcohol consumption is safe for our health. And there's been a cultural shift too. For a lot of people, nights out became all about pre-drinking, shots, drinking games, and blackout culture. Getting drunk became the sole goal of the evening. And the quitting alcohol changed my life stories on social media come from this culture. Many of them openly describe drinking to excess 4 or 5 nights a week for years. It's no wonder that completely quitting changed their lives. I'm amazed that they lived long enough to quit. Now, the question I always come back to at this point on any subject is, what does this actually mean in the real world? Here's what it looks like to me. Alcohol is physiologically harmful. It's so harmful that your body literally treats it as a toxin. Alcohol stresses the liver, lowers testosterone, raises blood pressure, increases inflammation, disrupts sleep, raises cortisol levels, damages brain cells. The World Health Organization statement that no level of alcohol consumption is safe for your health is true. But here's what the data actually looks like in the real world. In a population of 100,000 people who drink nothing, around 914 will develop an alcohol-related condition in a given year. Now, if those same 100,000 people have one drink every single day, the number increases to 919. That's 5 people out of 100,000. 0.005%. That is the statistical reality. And remember too that this is develop an alcohol-related condition, not drop dead instantly. After 50, it is also worth remembering that the health issues associated with heavy drinking are also the natural consequences of aging. So a couple of drinks a day, it's not just increasing your health risk, it is literally accelerating the aging process. So where does this leave us? To me, if your goal is complete and total physiological optimization, then the correct amount of alcohol is 0. And that is a completely legitimate position. But if, like me, your goal isn't total physiological optimization, and you want to enjoy an IPA on a weekend, or a single malt or two on special occasions, If you're living a healthy lifestyle, by which I mean weight training regularly, keeping your waistline in check, living an active life and sleeping well, then the risk, while not strictly zero, is incredibly small. And for me, IPA brings me enough joy that I think it is a risk worth taking. Only you can decide how much, if any, alcohol that you're happy consuming, because it's your life. Only you can take responsibility for it.